Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another astonishing episode of Anything But Politics. My name is Jim Altman, and I missed you so much last week. I'm here with...
It's good to be back. Christian Rollman.
It's good to have you back. I had
Thank
some
you.
Excellent conversation with Seth. If you
Oh, it
all
was
haven't
fantastic.
went and listened to that last episode, go check it out. And at time of recording,
I enjoyed it.
the YouTube video is not yet out. However, I have full faith that by the time this episode gets released, episode, what were we on, 14, will be published on YouTube. Go check that out. It was a lot of fun. We had Seth on as a guest host while you were spending time with the lovely Leah.
I sure was, and it was a great time. I hate that I had to
glad.
skip on this, but it was a good time.
Hey, it's a really good reason.
And honestly, last week's episode was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We enjoyed doing it. You messaged us, I think, that night after we had finished recording, and you asked how it went, and my honest answer was the same answer that I have now after listening to the episode back, because it's so weird listening to a conversation you had last week.
Yep.
And trying to critique it and see if it was a good episode, quote unquote. But my same opinion holds. It's a good episode. It's not necessarily very funny, but very interesting conversation. And I liked recording it, and I like it as an episode.
I caught myself laughing a few times. I actually thought it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, it's nice to hear.
Yeah. But yes, I'm glad to be back. It feels good to be back in the chair.
Yes. To be in our element.
So, yeah. Honestly, it feels like it's been 10 years since I've done this. It's kind of weird.
Not for me, but I just feel like, I don't know, 14 days, because we do this weekly, so it's been 14 days since we've sat down together to do this. It feels like a long time, especially because we were in the pattern of doing it weekly.
Yeah,
so you don't
exactly.
do it once, and you're out of it.
Yeah, it feels very strange. It might take me a minute to get into this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, gotta get my mojo back.
With that being said, let's see. Besides visiting Leah, did your week consist of anything interesting?
Yeah, I actually have a work story that happened this week.
Ooh!
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Just to warm us up?
Yeah, let's get warmed up. So, it's so ridiculous, and I can't make it up.
Yeah.
So I pull up, I deliver for Domino's Pizza, for those who don't know. I deliver for Domino's. It's a great job. Things happen a lot, and that will be the motif of today. So I pull up to this house, and there's a dispute going on between, I think, a mother and her son. But she looked young, and also he looked pretty old. So I don't know if it's brother-sister thing, but I think it's mother and son. It seemed like mother and son. The way she was yelling at him, it really seemed like mother-son. So apparently what happened, this is so absurd. Apparently what happened is he sprayed her go-kart with the hose.
Okay.
She has a go-kart.
Okay, that's step one. Before we can move forward, she has a go-kart. That's
most moms do.
First and foremost.
Yeah. Moms always be chilling in that go-kart.
That's our how does Christmas Carol start with the Marley was dead, that much we were sure of. She has a go-kart. That much is certain.
Yeah, she has a go-kart. And she really loved that go-kart, apparently. She was very attached to the go-kart. Yeah. And he, for some reason, I have no clue how this even happens, he sprayed the engine with the water hose, and it fucking blew up. Because of course it did. I'm telling you, this dude was at least 16. So what was he thinking spraying it with a water hose? I don't even know how that scenario even comes up.
Okay, but call me anything less than a mechanic. I don't have a degree in engineering, but shouldn't engines be okay to get sprayed with a hose and not explode?
It might have been
Or is like a go-kart engine different?
I mean, like a lot of the things were exposed within it.
Okay.
So like,
I can get if like there's a part in an engine where like when you do an oil change, there's the oil cap, and that's where the oil goes. Is inside there.
Yeah.
Now, if water got in that, you'd be fucked up.
So like, I don't think this was like a situation in which he was spraying something else and he accidentally got it on the go-kart.
No, I'm talking about if I opened my hood while my car was running and like sprayed it with a hose. I don't. Y'all comment. Y'all hit us up on our socials and tell me if I'm being incorrect right now. I don't think a car would do that. Like again, go-kart might be different. I don't know what it got into. What?
Would it break? It may not blow up, but would it break?
The only thing I can see breaking is if like it fucked with one of the belts.
You're telling me that if you sprayed your car's engine straight up with a hose of water, it would be chill?
I've never done it. They have a hood to protect it from the elements.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't think that's the thing. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I don't have an engineering degree. But if I had to guess, yes, I could go to a running car engine, spray it with water, and as long as the oil cap was on, and as long as everything's otherwise all right with the engine, I don't think it'd explode. I think it's just a go-kart kind of situation.
Okay, so I feel like it is just a go-kart situation. I'm also maybe exaggerating with explodes. I don't think it fucking exploded. This wasn't like
combust?
This wasn't like a Michael Bay movie. This was just.
but was there fire?
Not when I got there. By the time I got there, it had happened earlier that day. But I heard her say it fucking exploded. So I didn't watch it explode.
This was like an anger pizza. They got a pizza out of fucking rage. They were like, God, I need to just.
You know when your go-kart engine blows up and you just have to have a pizza?
You gotta, or else you don't know what you'll do.
So
you'll explode.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was just yelling at him for blowing up her engine, but I don't know if that's like you fucked it up or you fucking blew it up. I don't know what the context was. I only heard the argument. I didn't see it happen. I wish I saw it happen. But
yeah.
So the crazy part is, so she's screaming at him. I'm just standing behind her for like a while, like a really unnecessary amount of time. I don't know what to do. The pizza wasn't for her, and it also wasn't for the kid. It was for the kid's brother. So I'm just like, I don't know. They're standing in front of the door. I don't know what to do. So I'm literally just standing behind her. She is screaming her ass off. And then she turns around and goes, "What?" In my face. Goes, "What? What do you want?" And I was like, someone ordered a pizza and I was just going to deliver it to... I was so scared. I've never been more scared of a woman in my life, except for my mother. This was horrifying. I was like, there was a pizza order that someone did here.
I'll take it back.
She literally was like
committed to this.
She was like, I'm about to make him take it back because y'all don't deserve a pizza. I was like, well, I don't know what to do here. Can we figure this out? She was like, yeah, just give it to him. And so the brother came but also like every time I've rolled up onto multiple disputes and people yelling. It happens.
Oh, yeah.
And
Dominos is the I just got caught in an affair pizza.
Oh, that could not be further from a lie. I was trying to say that's very true, but then I realized I was saying a phrase that has to do with things not being true. That could not be further from the lie. Every time I roll up onto an argument, they are always like, they'll be like, rah, 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 and they'll turn around and see me and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." But she was like, she doubled down
Unapologetic.
on it.
Unapologetic.
She's like, "What? What do you want, pizza boy? What else could I possibly want?"
It's not going to bring my go-kart back.
I should have been like, I saw your go-kart. I wanted to take a ride on your go-kart.
That's a sick-looking go-kart you got out there.
I really like that go-kart.
I'll trade you a pizza for like a quick joyride.
Oh shit! But yeah, that and then I have not left the house quicker because I was about to burst into laughter. It was tears for a second because I don't like getting yelled at. But then as it kept getting progressively more funny, I couldn't hold it back. And I cackled in the car. That shit was so funny.
But like you zoomed out of there.
Oh yeah, I floored it.
You did a burnout just to kind of prove that your engine still works.
on my fucking Mazda. Trying to imagine me burning out on my Mazda is the funniest image I could ever think of.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what happened this week. What you got?
Nice.
What happened to you this week?
I just, working from home, I don't have much work stories anymore, which means that the bulk of today is going to be kind of like past stuff that's happened.
Sure.
But let's see here. This week, not too much. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch.
Nice.
I've been playing with the boys on the PC more. Now that I've got the PC, I'm just like getting back. I'm realizing how addicted I was to like computer gaming, and it's really fun. Mimi's also getting her share of it because when I'm at work, she's got the computer all to herself, and she's doing a whole bunch of stuff. With that, do you think you are ready to kind of roll the intro or roll that tape?
Let's fucking do it.
Let's roll the tape. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Jim and Christian.
And you're listening to Anything But Politics.
Fuck yeah! Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. I hope you enjoyed that intro song. It's nice to have Christian back in it. Christian, did you like me and Seth's version?
Oh, when I tell you I screamed, that was so funny. My sister also really enjoyed it.
It was really fun to make. We had also planned, and we will do this, by the way, but we had planned to make Seth his own cartoon face. You know our logo?
Oh, yeah.
We need to get Seth his own cartoon face just so that we can edit that into things when we need to.
I love that.
He can use it when he's editing our YouTube videos, but last week's episode was really fun. If you didn't catch that, it was about TV shows from my childhood and Seth's childhood.
I really wish I'd been part of that conversation because that shit, I'm passionate. I love all those.
We had more to say,
shows.
so we can always finish that conversation with him as a guest and not a guest host, so it can be the three of us.
I would love that. I would love that very much.
That'd be great.
We would just need to rehash like Chowder and
oh, for sure.
Flapjack
We'll bring everything back up.
Perfect. Anyway. Yeah, by the way, just to clear things up, on the majority of modern cars, it is completely safe to spray the engine bay with water. Today's vehicles have covered airboxes and weatherproof wiring connectors throughout the engine bay. Avoid spraying things like the alternator, intake, or sensors with high-pressure water. So if your engine needs a bath, you're safe.
There you go.
You're right, my friend. I really thought you couldn't spray it with water. Anyway.
On today's episode, in this week's episode, Christian and I have said a couple of times, we've told a couple of stories here and there, and we've always said, you know what, we have more to say about this, but we have to do it on another episode. This is that episode. Welcome to the Work Stories episode.
Oh, yeah.
So, I've been working since I was 16 years old. I'm now a wise old man of 21.
Wow.
And, what?
I didn't know you got a job when you were 16.
Yeah. My parents were of the mindset that, like, I don't get it unless I pay for it. So, like,
Damn.
I've only ever owned 2 phones, bought them both myself in cash. I don't like phone contracts, especially because one of the places I used to work was technically for Sprint, now part of T-Mobile. And
I have to say, I love whenever you say Sprint, you have to say part of T-Mobile. That gets me every time.
Well, it is now. You're one big family. But yeah, a lot of people just get stuck in these contracts of like, man, I'm paying off my phone, and then just when they pay it off at the end of their lease, they upgrade anyway, and it's like, come on, man. My phone, my last one lasted me like 4 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Pretty
had
good.
before my iPhone, the one I have right now. I had the iPhone like 6S.
Yep.
Like that was my first phone.
It's a good
was
one.
The iPhone 6S, and yeah, I think that lasted me.
Wait, you didn't have a phone before you were 16?
No,
You didn't have like a flip phone?
nope,
You never had a flip phone?
nope. My
Ah,
mom
them
did.
things were dope.
I got the experience, but not the ownership part of it.
Wow. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a flippy and I had a slider. The
Oh,
sliders were epic.
man.
I loved those. Anyway,
So yeah,
phones
I
aside.
put money on the table when I buy my phones.
Nice.
It's nice to just own your phone.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I worked when I was 16. I worked in fast food for 3 years, and then got my first like full-time job. Right as I had just turned 20. I turned 20 in October, got the job in December, and then it's been like a year since then. So
Nice.
I've had a full-time job for a little over a year now, and I'm currently in one that I really enjoy. I've had 2 jobs since I've gone full-time. And first one was and then the second
Yeah.
one's been amazing.
Oh, that's
so
great.
yeah, I have 3 years worth of fast food stories, so we shouldn't be
Yeah.
we should not be struggling to come up with content for today. And what is your resume? What is your job history?
So I got my first job when I was 15. I was, I don't know why I, like going back, I don't know why I got it. I didn't need one. Like I didn't do much because I was just doing theater all the time. But for some reason I was like, hey, I'll get a job and work like maybe 5 hours a week. I didn't work much. It was like 2 shifts a week and they were like 5-hour shifts each. So like 10 hours a week. And it was at a disgusting seafood restaurant. Purely disgusting. I worked there for 2 weeks. And so like 4 shifts total. And it used to be one of my favorite restaurants. I have not been there since because now I know what they do in there. They would literally, I contemplated like reporting them multiple times.
Ooh.
So what they would do is they had like tartar sauce. You know tartar sauce.
I am aware.
Yes, they had
I'm familiar.
They had a big tub of tartar sauce, and you had to fill little cups of it.
Yeah.
Dude, they would. They didn't wear gloves, which is like gross, but also it's not illegal to not wear gloves. They would like lick their fingers. They would like dip. I'm telling you, they would dip their fingers into the tartar sauce tub and like lick their fingers.
Stop.
I'm not joking. It was disgusting. When he first did that while they were training me, I was like, what did you just do? He was like, oh, they don't care. I was like, who's they? Like your boss or the fucking customers? Because I can promise you the customers 4,000,000% care.
They 4,000,000%.
They care
aren't
a lot.
okay with that shit.
And they're really not cool with you licking their sauce that they're using.
Yeah.
So when I saw that shit, I was like, what? And then like the cleaning of the kitchen. So this is fucked up. The kitchen people, the cooks, left at like 8 o'clock. And then the busboys, of course, would stay to clean. Well, because the kitchen people weren't cleaning, they didn't give a shit what they did to the kitchen. So, you know, I would walk back there and I'm like, I'd be up to my ankles in water. Just like excess water and like shrimp and fish and salad stuff. And like, it felt like I was walking through like a compost bin. It was disgusting.
Oh.
And I had to clean that. And it took like 2 hours to clean the kitchen every night. So I was promised I'd be going home at 9 o'clock, but I would actually end up going home at like 11. So I quit pretty quick. They also didn't care for me for a couple reasons that I won't even say. So terrible job experience. Then I worked at Hardee's for a couple months, and that was just horrible. I hate fast food. Fast food's disgusting. I'm not even going to give it the time of day. So then I worked at Food Lion and Dominos. I worked both of them part-time, 20 hours a week, and then I went up to like 30 hours a week on each. And I was like, hey, 60 hours is a lot, and I'm still like doing other things. So I'm gonna quit
Yeah.
one and just take an extra, 10 to 15 hours at the job I don't quit. And thank God I decided to quit Food Lion, because I can't imagine what my life would be like if I had stayed at Food Lion.
Oh yeah.
I made way more money at Domino's. I much preferred that work environment, and holy shit, standing for 7 hours is the worst activity ever. I hate it. I don't understand how they do it.
Okay, could
never.
you like walk for 7 hours?
Walk for 7 hours.
Like
Maybe.
you said, standing for 7 hours is bad. Like if you had to constantly be moving.
Maybe. That would... I don't know, because at least I wouldn't be getting stiff.
Could you
That was-
roller skate for 7 hours?
Actually, yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be
Dude,
pretty
it's
fun.
so dope. I miss it every day.
I bet. That must be so much fun.
It was the best time. It was
Yeah.
the best time.
But yeah, standing is horrible. I had just had knee surgery too, and so that knee just killed all the time. And it would get stiff, and I would lock up, and it was just so bad. So I quit pretty quick. I only worked there for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And now I've been working at Domino's for 3 years, and it's been great. I love it. Yay. And
3-year anniversaries at a place.
Say what?
3 years anniversaries at any fast food place, which is, with turnover rates in fast food, I'd bargain to say, are you the only surviving crew member from your original crew?
So the unfortunate thing is that I did leave to work at another Domino's a year into it.
I
Yeah,
did that.
so-
2 years into Sonic, I went to Outback, came back, just worked at Sonic for another year, and then
Yeah.
it's 3 years of Sonic.
Yeah, I left the Domino's in my hometown and worked at a Domino's in the city, near Raleigh. And then I came back about last year. So I basically worked a year at each one. The one in Raleigh was 9 months, so not quite. But since I started my job at Domino's, it's been roughly 3 years. I think it's a little over 3 years.
Yeah.
And there is one manager still from my original crew, but nobody else. No drivers or insiders that still worked at the time when I first started working there.
That
one
was a
person-
weird thing for me, was seeing people come and go for 3 years.
Yeah, people who had stayed for a long time. There were people there who they recently left and they started working there when I did. So, yeah, it's weird to see, but I've made so many friends there. Really, really great people. The crazy part is one of the people that I got actually trained by recently got arrested for stealing money.
Interesting.
Yeah, for stealing money out of the cash register. I've had 5 coworkers be arrested this in the last 3 months.
In the last 3...
One person, this is insane. One person, he delivered to. I'm totally allowed to talk about this stuff, by the way. He delivered.
Good. Well, good.
Yeah. He delivered.
What clearance did you get for that?
I just say I can. So he delivered to a place, and then he got in. We have a work group chat, which is quite possibly the worst thing that has ever been done.
Yeah.
Group chats are inherently bad, and work
But
is
work-
inherently bad. So work group chats are horrible squared. It's really a terrible experience. Anyway, so he put in the group chat. He was like, "I just got shot," and we were like, "Oh, that's terrifying." And so he called the police, made a police report, went through all this stuff, and the guy had Ring. You know Ring, the
Yes, I know Ring. I'm familiar.
yeah, the guy had Ring. No one got shot. The dude didn't even come to the door. He pretended to get shot, put a screwdriver through his shirt to look like a bullet, and tried to he made a false police report, and he's now in jail because that's super illegal. Extremely illegal.
Why? Was he trying to put someone...
I don't know. That's my thing, is we don't know what his motivation was, because
was he I got shot by Jerry? Jerry came to my house. And
he just said it was that. He just said it was the customer that he was delivering to. So I wonder if
they had beef?
Maybe? I don't know, man. It was
he
fucking
trying to
weird.
get workman's comp? Because that can't be worth it.
That's the thing, is you don't get workman's comp if you're not in the store. You sign a waiver at the beginning so that people don't fake shit like this.
Yeah.
Because it's super
I thought you
easy
were
to
going to say
fake.
you don't get workman's comp if you're shot by a customer. You have to, It has to happen like in the car while you're out on delivery.
Yeah, no. Once you leave the store, you cannot get workman's comp. Also, workman's comp
It's the Wild West.
In North Carolina just is basically non-existent. It's really hard to get it.
Yeah. I just can't imagine taking a screwdriver and like
putting it through his shirt.
Shot?
Yeah, put it through his shirt. He didn't put it in his skin.
Through his shirt.
He just put it through the shirt.
This man called the police.
Yes, he called
said,
the police.
I was shot. And they showed up and they said, show me. And he takes his little shirt and he goes, there. And they were like,
Yep.
Is the wound okay? And he says, the what?
My man
wanted to fake a gunshot wound and did not pierce his own skin. No blood.
He sent a picture in the group chat of his arm, and we were all kind of like, "There's nothing there."
He Googles gunshot wound, and he just sends you the first result.
He literally just sent a picture of his arm with a red bump. I'm like, I don't think that's what happens when you get fucking shot, man.
Oh no, Christian, I think you're just confused. He means that he got a shot. It's probably his vaccination. He's just trying to be COVID safe. He got a shot, and it's a little red bump on his arm.
Guys, I just got my flu shot at the customer's house.
Guys, I just got a shot. Guy was a doctor. I gave him an extra garlic dip, and he hooked me up with that.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous.
Faked a police report. So easy to figure out he was lying. Like, ridiculously easy.
If you're gonna do something like that, you have to really commit. Like, that's like planning a bank heist. There's like a lot of shit that you have to fucking cover.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ground to cover there.
What you would have to do to like fake that for real and get away with it to where the other person doesn't go to jail because they shot you. Yeah. Supposedly, you would literally have to have a person that you barely know. Like, there's no evidence that you know this person, but you do know them. And you have them go to an abandoned place. Mm-hmm. You have the pizza delivered there. You pretend to get shot. The person flees. There's no evidence that anybody was actually there. There's no there's no place. There's no residence, so nobody lives there. This would take quite a bit of planning. Oh yeah. He didn't do any of that shit. He was like, I'm just winging it. I'm just gonna wing it. I'll probably get away.
This is fine.
This will be fine. I'll just put a screwdriver in my shirt, and the guy will go to jail, I guess. I don't understand why he was trying to put the man in jail. He didn't tip.
The guy didn't tip.
He gave me $2, so I put him in jail.
Put him in jail.
That's jail.
Lock him up.
So yeah, he got arrested. And then there were multiple people who've just stolen from the register who got arrested. That's most people. And then one person sexual assault on a coworker.
Anyone kill anyone?
Nobody's killed anyone, but we have had felons. I've worked with ex-felons because Dominos doesn't care about that shit.
Have you worked with felons, but have you worked with a murderer?
I don't know. They don't disclose the felonies. So I don't know what.
But you've never looked them up because all that shit's public.
It sure is. Maybe I was scared to look them up, or I just didn't think about it. But
maybe you never think, hey, maybe this person is a murderer.
Yeah, I look him up and it's just arrested for murdering a small white boy who we worked with. Oh shit.
I'm
quitting.
I have worked with a murderer.
Really? Sonic?
Mm-hmm. No, this was my first full-time job. I won't say the place I worked for just because it's kind of region specific, and I know people know I live in Tennessee because I do.
Sure do.
Somewhere in Tennessee, I worked at a call center, and that's as much as I'll say really. But I did work for the Sprint division. That's where I worked for Sprint. I didn't work directly for Sprint. I worked for this call center that had a Sprint division, and that's the division I was in doing Sprint stuff. And I'm in training, and there's this sweet old lady that sits next to me and gives me a bunch of cute nicknames, and she was very, very sweet. I won't say her name for obvious reasons, but one day I just come into work, and everyone's kind of whispering to each other outside, because a lot of people there are they all smoked, so they were all having their smoke before they went to work for the day.
Yep.
Did you say same? Oh,
Sorry,
like a
all
lot
my
of people
coworkers.
you work with smoke. Okay.
I'm the only one at my job who doesn't smoke. Yeah.
I was like,
sorry. Yeah, I smoke.
no, you'll ruin your last lung.
I only have one left. Go ahead.
But yeah, they're all like whispering to each other. I was like, yo, what's up? And they were like, this lady, and I was like, yeah, the one I sit next to in class. They were like, yeah, she killed her husband.
What? What? The little old lady who gave you
A bunch of cute nicknames.
nicknames?
She called me like something new every day when I walked in. And they were like, bro, you sit next to her. And I was like, yeah, I don't make her mad.
Yo,
do we know why? They had pulled up the PDF because it's all public record. Like, it was a really big case because she,
Killed her husband.
Killed her husband.
Yeah, that warrants some alarm.
That warrants big alarm.
Dude, what if she was calling you names she used to call her husband?
Stop.
Oh, that's scary as shit.
Oh,
Holy
no. Here's the thing, though. We've all been there. So, like, I didn't give a shit. Like, this did not change my opinion of this woman at all. I loved her until the day that I left that job. She was awesome. She's my homie.
Yo, I know you killed your husband, but you're dope. I gotta
say. But, like, we're tight, though. Because, like, you've got to be friends with that person. What are you going to do? Get on their bad side?
It's true.
Distance yourself? No. You got to be like, hey, I brought cookies today.
Yeah. The way to avoid that situation, brought cookies today. The way to avoid that situation is to literally be the most unassuming person or be their best friend.
Facts.
Yeah. You can't ever piss them off. So you either literally don't say a fucking word to them or anybody else the whole time, or you're like super nice to them. That's the only way to avoid that situation. Or else you will die.
You will.
You will die.
That I think is the only time I think I've worked with a murderer. I've definitely worked with, because I worked at Sonic. So, like, there were definitely going to be some people there that have committed, crime. But I don't think anything as big as...
Haven't we all committed crime?
Oh, I think another coworker of mine did get arrested for, like, firearm possession on, like, a school campus or something. I forget.
Oh.
Anywho.
I was really like, before you said the school campus, I was like, so? And then you said school campus. I'm like, less cool.
Lot less cool.
Way less cool. Anyway.
So, let's see here.
Murder aside.
All murder and crime aside, we have our stories. I worked at Sonic for 3 years as a roller skating car hop. I would deliver food on roller skates. Did that for 3 years, and oh my god, it was the best.
Oh, I bet.
It was.
That must be such a fun job. It's hard to stay at a job for 3 years and not enjoy it.
That's true. I have always at least been lucky enough to follow this mentality of, if it does not bring me joy or fill my life with something that I'm not receiving anywhere else,
quit.
I just won't do it. Quit.
Dude, why would you?
If any of you hate your job, I promise you, there are others. Yeah. There are so many others.
Unless
it is because you have a job, you have to stop looking.
Yeah. Unless it is literally like, unless it's a very, 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 very well-paying job, and the joy you get is from the things you're able to do. Yeah, like, you can get joy from your paycheck. Trust me.
Facts. They say money can't buy happiness. Bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh, who's the comedian who's like, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a something. I can't remember the bit. Damn it. But it's really funny.
Where were we though? Okay. Money. If it brings you happiness, then in the form of money, that's fine. But like, if it's just not worth it, look for other jobs. I loved Sonic, but I needed to move past it because at a certain point, you do have to move forward. I went to Outback, wasn't my thing, so you know what I did? I went back to Sonic, and there's no shame in that. There's no shame.
No.
No. And then I met my lovely wife. I needed an income that could support a family of 2.
Correct.
And a couple cats. And so I got my first full-time job. I got it. I held it for a while. And it took about 5 or 6 months before I started really not liking it. So you know what I did? Kept the job, while looking for
a
others.
new
And
one.
as soon as I found another one and secured it, I did the whole interview. I did everything while employed. Once I got the job secured, I said, thank you. My time is done here.
Yep.
Goodbye. And I
Correct.
walked out of there backwards into hell. And
No 2 weeks notice.
No, I'm not a 2 weeks notice kind of guy.
I'm not a respect my employer type of guy.
They don't respect you. Have you ever heard of
That's
being like,
true.
hey, we're gonna let you go in 2 weeks? Hey, you're fired in 2 weeks. You don't
Hey,
get
you know what?
fucking,
You know what?
you don't
You're
get
right.
fucking special treatment.
No, you don't. You're completely right.
I've never had an employer because I've been there when employers have fired people. They walk off the job that day. They
Yeah.
say, "Hey, you're fired. Don't do your shift."
To be fair, the
You
only
don't get
Domino's
fucking 2
people
weeks. So no, I've never given a 2 weeks notice.
To be fair,
At
the only
Outback I did, and I left the next day.
the only Domino's people that have been fired like broke the law, and so they had to be sent out that day because they were going to jail. It's hard to work when you're in jail.
At Sonic we had people that broke the law, but like snitches get, So we didn't tell anyone. We just fired them. We were like, hey, we kind of have to fire you, but like,
What?
no, we never fucking told the cops.
What did they do?
Mainly like sold drugs to other employees. Primarily.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess that would. Oh, one dude did get caught with cocaine in his car. He got arrested, so that was another one that got arrested for a different reason. But most people.
We had
are
one guy that
pulling
had
records
like a
registered.
DUI, and it was so bad that the state, I think, put like a breathalyzer in his car that his car would not turn on unless he passed a breathalyzer whenever he wanted to rev it up, turn it on.
Hey, why don't we do that for everybody? What the fuck?
Why isn't that just a standard feature for a car?
For real. There are so many people who drive under the influence. Holy shit, I didn't even know that was a thing. That should be on every vehicle on the planet.
He could not leave work without someone going to do that for him.
Wow.
Which lets you know how he worked. He definitely drank on the job.
Yikes.
I don't think I ever drank on the job.
We have a lot of people who drink on the job.
I did not. I never once drank on the job.
That's good. We have a lot of people who smoke weed on the job. Yeah, that's why I just jack it before work every day.
Absolutely.
I have a much better day if I jack it before work.
God, what's the statistic of I gotta message my friend because they knows the statistic off the top of their head. A lot of people masturbate at work. Yo, shout out to my homie, Kansas. I'm messaging them right now. They're really cool. I just said, yo, how many people masturbate at work? It's going on the podcast. And they said, OMG, LMAO, 2 out of 3, 66%.
2 out of 3 do it at work?
66% of... And here's the thing. Of course, to get these numbers, they had to, like, do a survey. They had to ask. They said, completely anonymously, have you ever masturbated at work? 66% of people admitted to it. And you know that there are some people who wouldn't do that.
Damn.
So it's likely more like 70 to 72, 73. There's a margin of error here.
I think you'd probably be closer to like 80. The amount of people that, well, if it's anonymous, yeah, probably you're right. More like 70 to 72. That's insane.
Yo, that's wild.
That's a lot of people. I thought I was weird. Everyone told me I was weird. What the fuck?
No, you're not weird.
Okay, cool. So one time, I think it's weirder because, like, it was in the parking lot.
Valid.
I had just gotten back from a run, and I was like, I don't know, we're kind of slow today.
Yes.
So why not? So I did that like 3 times. And then a couple times in the bathroom. But, we all
Yeah, the
been
bathroom's
there.
a classic.
Yeah, we all been there. Yeah.
Well, everyone's been there.
Everyone's masturbated in the bathroom at work. But also, like, I don't even know. I know I've done it, so I don't know why I don't answer this question myself. How do you get there? How are you at work and you're like...
Because we're fucking animals, Christian. We are literally just mammals that learn to walk on 2 feet and, create fire. That's all we've done. And every now and again, you could be anywhere. Anything. Going to Walmart. Oh, I've got to pick up carrots, cucumber, potato. Oh, horny. Just all of a sudden. You don't need any form of stimuli. You don't need any. You can just be watching a sports game. You could be watching the Super Bowl. And it's like, oh, man, they missed another pass. Oh, horny. Like, it just happens. We are simple beings.
We really are. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like work is the least horny place, though.
I asked Kansas if I could put this in, and she said yeah. So
Sick.
yeah, she was the one that told me that 66% of people masturbate at work, and then she said yeah, and I'm 50% of them. I said, can I put that in? They go, yep.
Yo, some people are just comfortable with it. They don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Which, like, I commend those people. It's like, to be that confident,
Right?
that's impressive.
How did we get here?
I don't know. We've just been talking. Let's get to some stories.
We've talked about murder and masturbation.
Yeah. Oh, wait. But, hey, before we get to some stories.
Oh yeah, before we get to the tabs and a couple of other stories.
Yep.
Christian, you pulled that, and that was great.
Whew. We could have missed it. You probably would have caught it, but we
Perhaps. Me and
The
Seth
past
caught it
couple
last
of-
week, but we missed
Oh,
it
nice.
2 weeks before that.
yeah, we were just in it, man.
This
But
is
felt
almost
a
like the
good-
first time in a month that we have successfully made it together.
Yeah, right? Wow, look at that.
And
Rewind.
so, everybody, welcome to the Money Corner.
The money corner, baby.
The Money Corner. Hello, YouTube.
Hey,
We
YouTube.
have nothing planned. We've talked about murder and masturbation. What's your work story?
What's your
It has to be one of the two, by the way.
Are you talking YouTube is telling us right now?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a Dora the Explorer moment where we just get to watch them now and just,
Hey, YouTube. Have you ever masturbated at work?
Or murdered?
Or murdered?
Have you ever faked a gunshot? I can't believe that.
I can't hear you. You have.
Aha! I rip open my shirt. I'm wearing a wire. Caught you, bitches. In 1080p.
1080p. Are we in 1080p? Oh shit, am I recording in 1080p?
Fucking hope.
We'll see.
I try. But like with the hey YouTube, a little bit of behind the scenes. With the way that we get this to Seth, we record our video to YouTube and then he downloads it off YouTube, makes the video, exports it and puts it on YouTube. And I think all that downloading and stuff to get it from us to him does compress it and reduces quality a little bit in the
Which
travel.
sucks.
Dream World, just everything on a USB. We record in the same room together one day. We're in the same room, record that shit, put it on a USB, give it to Seth. He takes it off the USB, does the no compression there.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
A physical transfer of data.
That'd be so great. One day.
Oh,
buddy.
it's gonna be amazing.
One day, my friend. Hey, speaking of which, how do you feel about the word buddy?
I love Buddy.
Thank you. I love buddy. It's like
Buddy's
a thing.
great.
It's like a thing. Like people get really upset at buddy. If I call someone like I called someone at work buddy, he's like, please don't call me that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Buddy for me means like really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But apparently it's like super.
That's
demeaning.
that's what it means though.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? Oh, to me it means blank.
Yeah. People are taking it like, oh, hey buddy, you know what I mean? Like super demeaning and like I'm looking down on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Same with like
No.
chief or pal.
Oh, okay. Chief, maybe.
Chief, yeah, I get that one.
I
Because
get
what you say to
behind
like
the
your little
chief hate
That's what you
train.
say to your little cousin or nephew. Like,
Hey, Chief.
hey chief, yeah.
Or like that's mainly negative. Like, that ain't it, Chief.
Yeah.
But like, no one says like that ain't it, buddy.
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
buddy's
I'm
like, hey,
always
buddy.
like, hey, buddy. Yeah. What's up, buddy? I love it.
I mean,
my favorite.
The alternative there is like little guy. Hey there, little guy.
Oof, that's tough. If someone called me
That's
little
my
guy, I'd be like,
alternative for like. I would never call a person that.
No.
But, like that's the alternative to buddy. There's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
And there's like,
yeah,
hey, little guy.
Little guy.
No, I'm gonna start using that. Hey, little guy.
Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. What's up, little guy? I can't tell people that because they're gonna be like, you have literally 0 rooms to talk. It's not rooms. It's not rooms plural. You have 0 room to talk. Because I
you
am
go.
indeed a little guy.
To
Pretty
be a little
small.
guy.
To be a little guy. I should write a book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to be a little guy. Nah, that's probably
The
gonna get
Rollman
misconstrued.
story.
Yeah. I mean I'm 5'6". That's pretty fucking small. I'm a pretty short dude.
You're
there aren't a lot of people.
5'6".
I'm 5'6". Hey,
I'm
fuck
like-
you,
I'm
as
like-
tall as Nick Jonas.
almost a foot taller than you.
I know you are, dude.
People are not prepared for us to be together in person.
It's gonna look so fucking weird. Because here we look the same.
When we're finally it's true, we are leveled. We look the same.
Yeah, same height. But
when we're in person, hopefully we have like a little studio set up to where we can get a little more comfy. Like I can imagine us both just like slouching in our fucking chairs, leaning all the way back, microphone to our mouths.
It's the only difference is your legs are going to be out of frame and mine are going to be hovering above the floor.
Can you like sit on a bar stool and like have feet around?
Wait, do you remember fucking Middle Edition Schwartz?
But Schwartz, yeah.
Middle Edition Schwartz? The first fucking short Paul? Are you from
Short?
Did you watch Middle Edition Schwartz?
No. What is that?
It's a long form improv show.
Ooh.
By Thomas Middleditch and Ben Schwartz.
Okay, I've heard of it. And I've seen clips.
You desperately need.
Where is it? Where can I watch it?
It's on Netflix.
Hey guys, go to Netflix. Watch Middleditch and Schwartz.
Do it. It's
Middleditch and Schwartz.
When I tell you I haven't...
He played Sonic the Hedgehog. There you go, Seth.
That is legitimately the hardest I've laughed in my entire life, and that's not hyperbole. I had to pause it because I stopped breathing. You can ask Leah. I stopped breathing, and I was on the floor rolling around. I literally couldn't breathe. We had to pause it for like 10 minutes for me to compose myself. I was laughing so fucking hard. I haven't laughed that hard ever in my life. And I've watched it 15 times since. Mm-hmm. There's 3 episodes. So I've watched all 3 episodes like 15 to 20 times since each one. I know I'm hyping it up way too much, but it's so
No.
funny.
I think it's genuinely that good because they're both so talented.
They're extremely talented. I love both of them. They're great. Anyway, yeah, watch Middleditch and Schwartz because that shit is the bomb.
I got a little frog in the corner. Like Mimi has a stuffed animal frog that's just sitting on the bed behind me. And I think it might be cut out of most of my YouTube shots, but Seth can extend it to show it when he'd like, look at this frog, man. He's vibing.
Here, 1 second. Speaking of things in our room that are vibing.
You listen to the Sweet Boys podcast? I don't know if you know either of the men associated with it. It's Garrett Watts and one other fellow. Garrett Watts and another talented man. I'm blanking on his name. Andrew Sowetski.
I don't.
Andrew something. Andrew and Ryan. And oh my gosh, it's very good. They are incredibly funny, and they have a very particular energy that matches ours in terms of constantly getting off track.
Yep. Yeah, like
it's very good, and it reminds us of our conversations. What?
How many actual stories have we told today?
Maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Combined. Maybe 3 or 4 combined.
I've got like 14 written down here. I probably only tell 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll both tell a story.
Yeah, that's
and then we'll start wrapping up.
Yeah.
Alrighty, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube only portion.
Thank you.
I don't think Christian knows this yet, but Christian, do you know what the YouTube segment was last week?
No, I don't. I haven't watched the YouTube video.
The YouTube video isn't up yet, I don't think.
Right.
It's just me, Seth, and Noah playing Overwatch for like 2 minutes.
I love it.
It's a little highlight reel. I made a highlight reel for us.
That's really cool.
YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this. It's nice to have you. We love you. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to that on our audio-only platforms. It really helps us out.
Welcome
With
back.
that being said, I have some tabs, and we both have stories.
Can we call the segment after the money corner? Because I just turned off one of my lights, and now it's just like this like sexy blue light, and this feels like ABP after hours.
After hours?
After hours.
Things always do get a lot more crazy after hours, which is true. I like the lighting change you have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind after hours. I think that's cool. I think that's a nice little name for it.
But it's already called the tabs. Fuck. Damn it. There's no way to. Fuck.
No way to what?
That's okay. It'll just be
What is there no way to do?
There's no way to like combine it to where it's like after hour tabs
No.
sounds stupid and tabs after hours sounds like a really bad bar. So it's okay. It's just going to be a little sexier on my end. Don't worry, I'm not taking off my shirt or anything. Anyway, work stories. What you got? Give me a story.
There are so many. I met a lot of excellent people at Sonic. I loved that. Okay, we talked about the murderer, which is pretty much cool. The most interesting thing that's ever, I should
wild.
say, the most interesting thing that's ever happened to me at work. This is a mixture of a tab and a story. So I have tabs open for 14 things you didn't know about Sonic Drive-In. Somewhere I worked for 3 years. This is all shit that I knew. Sonic was originally a root beer stand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Top Hat Drive-In was the name of that stand, and it was supposed to be Top Hat, restaurant, but changed it to Sonic because of the speed. The name Sonic refers to the speed of service with the skating car hops. They're classic. They were always around.
Are they is Sonic the first and only to do?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like I've never
seen another, skating.
It's hard to demand that from your employees.
Now in the beginning it might have been a demand. It's definitely not anymore. You
Really?
do get a slight pay raise.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
No, 90% of them walked. I was the only skater at my store.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dude, learn. Why wouldn't you learn for the pay raise?
Right? One, for the pay raise. Two, because, so
much more fun.
not only for the pay raise, but, let's say that they never tipped me more than they would any other car hop. Let's say they had $2 ready for their car hop, no matter who it was, and that's the tip I got at the end of the day, whether or not I was skating. I'm on skates. You're walking. I can take out 5 orders in the time it takes you to take out 1 order.
That's very
I'm
true.
going to get 5 times the amount of tips, bar none. But the fact that I'm skating, they typically throw in a little bit more anyways. So it's really a way to make bank. You are doing good.
Are there a lot of tips in the Sonic biz? I always tip, but I feel like I'm an outlier.
You are an outlier. Most people just don't know that you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's a weird one that you almost don't feel like you have to.
Because it's a fast food place.
Right.
Fast food, if it was any other type of establishment, then I would expect it a little bit more. But straight up, I've never heard of another fast food place where you tip the service.
Yeah, they always look surprised when I give them a couple bucks.
They probably are, just because it doesn't happen too often. But no, car hops do make tipped wage. And of course, if the tips don't cover minimum wage, then everything else is given by the company. You are at least making minimum wage. But other than that, everything on top of that is dosh. That's money in the bank. So that's really nice. And I don't think I ever made less than minimum wage. I think I was always bringing home.
What's a typical tip?
Typical day of typical tip or typical day
tip.
of tips?
Yeah, singular tip. What's the average that people give?
Either keep the change or here's $1.
Oh, I always give them $3.
That's awesome. Because if everyone had done that, then I would have brought home upwards of $200 every day.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that's true.
I brought out a lot of orders.
Yeah.
I was all about fast service, and it was never about I hate to sound like this, but it was never about the customers. I was never oh, I gotta be fast so that they're happy and I make the customer. No, I was on skates. It was awesome, man. Zooming all over the place, delivering food.
So
it was definitely without any competition, the most fun job I've ever had. And I'd bargain to say the most fun job I'll have in a long time.
Oh,
just because most full-time jobs aren't going to be quote-unquote fun.
Well,
the one that I'm doing right now, I'm lucky enough to be home and I can have my TV on. I can listen to music. I could scroll through TikTok on occasion if I'm doing really, really well.
Unfortunately, the older you get, the jobs get less fun. The job.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I'm still working at a place that I feel like a teenager.
I'd probably, if I, never met Mimi, I'd bargain to say I'd still be working at Sonic.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I'm glad I left. It's good to grow, and I do love the job that I currently have, which is another call center, but I don't take calls. It's all like data entry and stuff, which I'm dope with.
Nice. Yeah.
Because it allows me to listen to music and watch TV and stuff like that.
Of course.
So, Sonic and Dr. Pepper team up to host an annual car hop competition. That's true. The Dr. Pepper games. That's a fact. They're fun as hell.
What?
And the Dr. Pepper games aren't a car hop competition. There's a car hop portion, but for mostly it's the store. The store has to perform well. We were semifinalists often because we are good. Like I don't wanna like toot my own horn, but like we were really good. Hit semifinalists a couple times.
Toot that shit.
Right? Like it was really fun. And yes, car hop competition was a portion of it. You know, you'd send in a video to YouTube. I never applied for it, but it was just like a little bit of a skating competition, stuff like that. The winner receives $1,000 and an all-expense paid trip to the annual Sonic National Convention, because they also have a Sonic National Convention.
Of course they do. Why didn't you apply? Why didn't you?
Because I'm not like a pessimist, or I'm blanking on the term, nihilist or something, that, you know, I'm not like, oh, there's going to be someone better than me, and so it's worthless if I go ahead and... which one is true. I mean, like, for me, who could do speed, there were people out there that had been, like, roller skating and doing tricks before they even got the job. I learned on the job.
Oh, that's fair.
There are going to be people out there that can do, like, 720s. And, you know, I could skate backwards, and that was, like, the best of my ability.
That's dope, though.
Oh, yeah, it was really fun. I loved... doing tricks for kids who wanted to see tricks. I could, like, pop a full squat, so, like, there I am, like, curled up in a little ball, zooming across the parking lot. I could skate backwards. I can do jumps.
That's really cool.
Another fan favorite was, because I worked there 3 years, I worked for 3 April 1sts, and on April Fool's Day, I would always pretend like I couldn't fucking skate, and that it was my first day skating.
Oh, that's funny.
And I would hobble up to the car and, like, hand them their shit one by one, and I'd hold on to the menu while I did it so that I wouldn't fall. And then, you know, they'd pay, and I'd be like, have an excellent day. And I would, like, do, like, figure eights away from them. Like, I would just, like, speed away from that car, and it got a lot of good laughs. It was really fun.
Speaking of falling, for the YouTube people, can we drop the video? You know what video I'm talking about?
That one?
Dude, I love that video.
Okay, so, for YouTube, you're about to watch the clip.
Yes!
But essentially, I'll go ahead and give you the story, which was that I had 2 managers working that night. One absent-mindedly brought out the mop and started, while I was out running orders, just mopping the front of the store. This is tile, so the tile is now wet. I had no warning that this was coming. And my other manager, Jonathan, he's a goat, fucking yelled up to the front of the store to the other manager. He goes, "Hey man, what are you doing up there?" And he just says, "Sweeping." He says, "Sweeping."
Sweeping?
And we got it on the security footage, because, like, the only reason we ever used the security footage, because, like, no one's gonna try and rob a Sonic. Only time we ever used that shit was to watch us fall, because, like, we fell a lot in that store.
Yeah.
We're clumsy ass bitches. I come in, I go for a hard turn, and I just eat shit. Like, luckily there was no food on the tray. I had given everyone their orders, so I was coming in empty-handed. I go for that hard turn. My feet keep going. My head does not. I end up horizontal and flat on the fucking ground. And I didn't hurt myself. Like, I looked up smiling. I just looked around like, what the fuck just happened? No one told me that shit was gonna happen.
Look at this devious man. That piece of shit. Hold on, look at this. Mopping. Sweep. He said, you call it sweeping, motherfucker? You said sweeping? Look at that wet ass floor. Alright, yeah, he said fuck you and he fucked off. Look at this.
Only mopped right here. You
yeah.
didn't do anything else.
And then look at this. Oh God! And look at you. What happened?
So to see a video of me falling on my ass, or my face, more to be more accurate, definitely go check out our socials. And for YouTube, you just saw it. I hope you enjoyed.
Speaking of fucking ugh, this makes me angry, of security footage. We have security cameras all over the place.
Yes.
So there was this one time I was manning the oven, and unfortunately, we've changed our policy to where if a pizza is not getting caught while it's coming out on the conveyor belt, it just falls off the oven, and then we have to remake it. Yeah, it's the dumbest shit. So then we have to remake it. So there's nothing to catch it. So I turned around, and a pizza is falling, and I take my the thing that catches that you used to, what are those called?
I don't know.
The
pizza
handle,
wand.
Pizza.
The pizza
stick.
stick.
Wand. The pizza stick. You take the pizza stick, you put it on the thing, and so I'm holding that, and the pizzas are on a screen. The screen is supposed to fall off. The screen is not part of the. Obviously, we don't give the customers the screen.
Yeah.
So as the pizza is falling, I extend the pizza stick to catch it, and I catch it in between the screen and the pizza. So I caught the pizza, and the screen fell down to the ground. When I tell you it was the coolest fucking thing, I felt like the Karate Kid when he killed a fly with the chopsticks.
Yes!
It was so fucking cool. So I was like, holy shit, who saw that? No one fucking saw it. And I was like, well, there's got to be security footage, right? We looked at the cameras. Every inch of that restaurant is covered by a camera, except the one spot where it happened. Jim, I'm so angry. I wanted that footage so bad. That shit was gonna go on just the highlight reel of my life. It's the only time I've ever done anything cool.
My gosh.
So that's a bummer as far as the security footage. And then I do have a story, a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a 4-parter, but all of them are super quick, like crazy quick.
Okay.
This is every instance I've had on the job. Every time I've come into contact with pee. Every time there's.
You have 4 pee stories.
I have 4 piss stories.
Nice.
It's holy shit. First one is pretty vanilla. I'm driving.
Vanilla piss.
Yeah, vanilla piss. I'm driving and I see a guy. He's standing in his car, and I can tell he's got to pee.
Yeah.
So he goes, "Well, I don't want to pee on the road." This is, I assume, is
valid.
I don't want to pee on the road because then someone's going to see my penis, and I don't want anybody to see my penis. And I don't want to piss in my yard because, ew, it's my yard.
Yeah, never piss in my own yard.
So
Others' yard? Maybe.
Sure, because who cares?
Right.
So his solution was, well, I've got a gas tank. And so he opens up his gas tank.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm not joking. He opened up his gas tank.
Are you? Was he intoxicated?
He must have been. There's no way he
had
wasn't.
to have been.
So he opens up his gas tank. I start slowing down because I want to see this unfold. I'm like, what is he about to do?
Yeah.
Opens it up, sticks his penis into the gas tank, and starts pissing.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hate that.
Isn't that awesome? Dude, why would you do that?
Is that the end of the story?
That's the end of the story.
No.
I drove away. Why would you do that? That can't be good for your car. It can't be.
No. Remember when I said that I'm not an expert on this shit? Like, hey, I'm not a mechanic.
Yeah.
I know enough to say that that's a fucking bad idea.
Terrible idea. You can't put anything other than fuel.
That will make your car explode.
100%. I have to know what happened. Unfortunately, the unfortunate part about being a delivery driver is you're gone so quick. So I didn't even see him finish peeing.
Maybe he just ran out of gas and got desperate.
That's when I told this story on Snapchat. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I like to think that he was like, fuck, I'm out of gas. I
just got to get home. I live 2 blocks away.
Yeah, I'm out of gas and I also need to pee. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And just piss in my gas tank. Maybe that'll get me home.
That's ridiculous.
So that's first story. Second one. This was a couple months later, and I'm delivering to this guy, and there's like beer bottles everywhere. Like he drinks a lot. He's like, hold on, let me grab the money real quick. Then he grabs a bottle of beer, pours it out, pulls down his pants.
Stop!
I'm telling you, this is serious. I'm 3,000% telling the truth. This is not a fake story. I wouldn't make it up.
I'd poke my head into the house and be like, sir, don't worry about it. I've just quit. I've just called my boss. I'm not your pizza delivery guy anymore. I'm just a witness to a fucking crime. Just goodbye. And I drive away.
He started pissing into the bottle for a minute. I've stood there for a while.
A drunk piss is a long experience for everyone
sure
involved.
Is. Then he puts the bottle down. Then he takes the money out of his pocket and gives it to me, which is so fucking gross. Like, thinking back on that, he just that's penis. That's penis skin on hand skin.
That's
directly.
penis money.
That's penis money. I had
pee-pee
penis
cash.
money in my pocket for the whole night, and I touched it, and it literally makes me want to vomit.
Can you give customer cash as a fucking change if people need it? Like, hey, I need to break a 50, and it's like, cool, I have 210. Did you try really hard to get rid of the pee-pee money?
Dude, I did my best, and there wasn't anything I could do. It just sat in my pocket all night long. I mean, I gave it back to the store at the end of the day, because...
Oh, man, sorry. We're only accepting 50s right now.
So that's story number 2. That one was pretty disgusting, and I almost saw a grown man's penis.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen a grown man's penis on the job, but that's a whole other thing. So the third story, I was delivering to a nightclub.
Okay, yeah.
And as I walk up to the door, I parked. Like 20 people walk out of the club.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're done. And
they're done at the club.
Yeah, and so I go to the bouncer and I was like, hey, someone ordered pizza. He's like, all right, cool, I'll call her up. She comes up. I give her the pizza. I go back to my car, and 2 of them are pissing on my car.
No!
100%, man.
That's 10% of them!
Oh,
pissing
10%
on your car!
are pissing on the tires of my car. And I was
you
like...
use a personal car.
Oh, yeah, it's my fucking car, yeah. It's my car. So I was like, excuse me. He was like, hold on. And I was like, sir. And he was like, hold on, I'm pissing. I'm like, I know, that's the problem.
That's why I'm saying so. Dude, I'd have gotten that thing and honked that horn so fast. So fast.
Like,
I wouldn't have said a fucking word. Just like, door, horn. I wouldn't have sat down. Door, horn. Bang.
He was standing in front of my door. Like, he was standing in front of my door, pissing on the
front left tire?
On the front left tire, yes.
What a fucking choice.
Yeah. I literally was like, dude, turn like 30 degrees. Just a little bit over to the left. And not pee on my... There's so many other places to pee. I don't know what he thought he was doing.
Why do you have to pee on something? You're on a flat plane, and there's an object on the plane. If you're a man with a pee-pee, you could pee on the ground. Nothing's stopping you. Why do you have to pee on something?
There was grass right fucking there. Just pee in the grass, man. Be an adult.
Grass? Who cares? Gravel? All of it is just shit. All of stuff. It's just stuff. Why the car?
Why the car, bro? Why are you peeing on my tires? And like, I probably should have gone to a car wash pretty soon after that. I just rode on pee tires for a while. Next
time it rained, you were fine.
Oh, that's true. And the final
the memories will live on forever, and that sucks. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So I feel like we've been growing. You know, this has been an arc. You know, we got the gas tank where it was just kind of like, it was a far.
You were just a bystander.
I was
simply witnessed. Yeah, from afar.
Yeah.
You're getting closer every time, by the way.
Yeah.
You're in your car. He's out there.
Yeah.
He's in his house. You're just at the doorway.
Yeah. And then
he's on the car. You're right behind him.
Yeah. The bottle was like, I watched him pee into something of his. Then the car was somebody peeing onto something of mine.
Yeah.
The fourth story.
So I really had to pee.
I had to clean this one.
No.
Yeah, I was directly involved. So, I'm in the store.
Okay.
And the guy walks in and he goes, hey guys, do you have a bathroom? And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, no, I'm so sorry. We don't. We have an employee bathroom, but that's for the sake of the name. It's for employees only. And he was like, okay. I was like, but this was a Dominos in a big strip mall area. I was like, there are a lot of other stores. You could try another store around here. They might have a bathroom. He's like, okay. Then his wife walked in. He didn't leave after that. So he's just kind of standing there while his wife is ordering a pizza. I was like, hey man, thought you had to. But anyway, I just ignored him.
Yeah.
And he's doing the pee-pee dance, you know. He's doing the pee-pee dance, and he's
Gotta do the
trying.
pee-pee dance.
And I can tell the pee-pee dance is getting more and more
Vigorous, like
vigorous.
we are.
Yeah, it's
like we're pee-pee breakdancing.
yeah.
Like
so...
it's a whole pee-pee rave.
pee-pee rage. Holy shit.
We're just a couple of glow sticks short of like a really bad time.
Holy fuck. So he's standing there dancing. Then, out of nowhere,
He balled outside the potty.
he balled outside the potty, which is like
can't.
number one rule. That's the gym's
fir-
rule
That's the gym's rule.
of peeing is
You gotta ball.
you got to ball in a potty. Yeah. So
He didn't.
He did not.
I'm gonna
He
cry.
He pissed himself, and it was a lot, dude.
How old was he?
He's in his 30s.
No.
This was not an old man. Yeah, he's like in his 30s. And just kind of pissed, and it went right down the leg and onto our floor. And we all just kind of looked. And he goes, sorry.
No.
Or just apologize.
I grab the mop and I give it to him. And I
Right?
say, "Here, grown ass man,
Clean up your piss on our floor.
clean your piss."
Yeah, right in the lobby. And I looked at my boss. I was like, dude, what are we supposed to do? There's no protocol. I didn't get trained on this.
I'd have canceled the order and been like, "Man, I'm sorry, we can't serve you."
There's no sign on the wall. It's like, hey, in case someone pisses on the floor, this is what you're supposed to do. I did not know what to do, so I looked at my boss and I was like, Lewis, who is a real one, by the way. I was like, Lewis, I need you to tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do here? And he was like, get the mop. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, fuck.
The answer is not give the woman her pizza and you clean up his pit. That's not the answer.
It's so not. It's really
I don't
not.
even care. Social protocol, professional protocol.
Yeah.
None of these answers include you clean up the piss and give them their shit. It's, hey, I've went ahead and canceled the order. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. That's professional. I think that is peak professionality. Like, hey, I feel like we could call the cops about this because you were within full control of that.
Yeah,
and,
for sure. You were doing the pee-pee dance for a while, man. You knew
I feel
you
like
had to
this
go.
falls under the realm of public indecency.
Yeah, I feel like
that was indecent.
I feel like he thought that we were going to be like, okay, gosh, fine, you can use our bathroom. And then we just never did. And so he's like, all right.
We don't have a secret bathroom. There's no like...
Well, there was a bathroom. It was just for employees only.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
like, okay,
nasty.
so that's bar. Is like, you gotta be an employee. Like, we're not gonna hire you, buddy. Like, it's not like,
Just so you can use the bathroom.
now it's a normal bathroom. It's, we hit 3 o'clock. That's the open our bathroom to the public time. We're not gonna change our minds. It's just
No.
not gonna become not an employee bathroom.
Yeah.
If you walk in and they say, hey, it's an employee bathroom, you're never using it unless you
'cause-
become an employee. That's not, they're not, I've never heard of an exception. Like, yeah, you can use the employee rest. I've never heard of that.
Wait,
'Cause that shit doesn't happen.
What if someone was like, hey, do you have a bathroom? And you're like, it's only an employee bathroom. And he goes, do
You
have an
hiring?
do you have an application? Yeah.
Hey, while I'm filling this out, can I go piss?
Use the bathroom.
Dude, I'd respect that hustle so fucking much,
For
and I'd
real.
let them. That's the exception. That's the
Yeah,
one
100%.
time. Guys, if you leave with anything today, it's this. If you gotta ball outside the potty, ask for an application, make your move.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
All right, so those are my piss stories. Let me bang out just a couple cool Dominos facts, and then we're going to call it a day.
Okay.
Unless you got something else to say.
I have no piss stories, but there was someone living behind our dumpster for a while, and we never found them. But in taking out the trash one day, we found what they had left of their goodie bag of various hard drugs and sexual toys. But that's the closest I got to anything too intimate. But I'll gloss right over that. What's up?
Sorry, just picking my jaw up off the floor.
What?
What?
You've never
That's
lived
real?
behind the dumpster of a Sonic and used hard drugs and sex toys?
You know what, Jim?
If you're gonna have two things to your name, if like you're homeless with nothing, no roof over your head, don't know where your next meal's coming from, the Sonic dumpster, by the way. You're like, my name is, blank, and I have two things to my name: hard drugs,
Drugs and sex toys.
sex toys. A couple of them.
Holy shit. That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like, tell me some Domino's facts.
Okay, so the founders of Domino's initially planned that they would put a new dot in their logo each time they opened a new outlet. But since they realized the potential of the Domino's, they have thrown that idea away. They stopped at 3. If they didn't, the entire signboard would not have been enough to place the dots by now.
How many locations does Domino's now have?
Dude, so fucking many thousands. Pizza delivery is equal to a trip to the moon.
What?
There's a lot of driving involved in delivering pizzas. This we all know. But can you guess how much driving? It's as much as making 41 trips to the moon per week, only in the USA.
Dear God.
That's so fucking much.
It's 71,000, by the way.
71,000? Oh, locations? Yeah.
Yeah, there'd
Sounds
be
about right.
71,000 dots.
That's a lot of dots. So your typical, everybody who starts a company, apparently. Tom Monaghan, it looks like Monaghan, the founder of Domino's, was a college dropout. And it was supposed to be called Dominic's. It took about a year for Monaghan, who had no pizza making experience, to get the hang of peddling pies. But he soon bought 2 more pizzerias in the same county, intending to create a mini chain of restaurants, all with the same name. The real Dominic of the original Dominic's wouldn't let Monaghan use his name for an expanded chain. So one of the delivery guys suggests they tweak it slightly to Domino's. That's kind of dope. That's really cool. What? There's no way that's real.
What?
This will be the last one. As a
Okay.
part of their expansion beyond pizza, Domino's started offering oven-baked sandwiches in 2008, which are bomb, by the way. Our sandwiches fucking slap. The chain recognized that in doing so, they were targeting a certain chain's market, and rather than denying any competition with Subway, Domino's really went for it. They offered free sandwiches to the first 1,000 Jareds to who came in. A direct hit at the popular Subway spokesperson. Any spelling qualified, so Jareds and Jareds were also in luck. What the fuck?
Holy shit. Get
That's-
fucked, Subway. Which, by the way, I'll go ahead and give a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take, personally, but Subway is the worst sub sandwich shop that exists.
It's disgusting. What's crazy
It is at the bottom of the list of, like Jimmy John's, Which, fucking, the other one, there are others.
Firehouse?
Yep.
I love Firehouse.
Jimmy John's.
Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's, that's the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Jersey Mike's, Which, all of these. Subway's at the bottom of this
And it's
list.
so below. Dude, what's crazy is I remember Subway being better.
I remember, yeah, Subway, no, for sure, Subway was once the leader in its industry and has now hit rock bottom.
They have gone down so much. It's crazy. I had Subway for the first time the other day. Domino's, my boss brought a bunch of sandwiches in. I had 2 bites and I almost threw up. It was, dude, it was so disgusting. I was like, who the fuck eats this? Also, what a horrible thing to bring into your employees.
Yeah, I caught you, Subway.
Why didn't we just get our own sandwiches? Like, we have sandwiches.
I remember the $5 footlong. Footlongs are like $8 now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Subway, I don't know what they've done, but it's putrid. It's horrible.
So you deserve to get fucked over by Domino's.
Absolutely.
Jared's, man.
Firehouse rocks. Jersey Mike's is good, but it's way too expensive. What were the other ones you said? I've never had Which. Yeah, I've never had
Dude, it's
Which.
so fucking fun. You go in, you grab a paper bag, and it's literally like a little test. And you bubble in what bread you want, and you bubble in what meat you want, what you want on it, and then you put it on a clothesline, and then they take it off, look at it, make the sandwich, put the sandwich in the bag, and then serve it to you.
You don't have to talk to anybody?
No.
Ooh, that's the winner.
That's
of my book.
elite. They have a little
Yeah.
list. They have a bunch of pencils up front and the paper bag, and you do it. And of course, you have to like talk to the guy that you pay at.
Well,
but
sure.
like you
Minimal.
don't get like and what you want on it, and you're like, onion, and they're like, what'd you say, honey? And you're like,
Yeah.
Onion, please.
Have you ever had somebody judge you for what you put on your sub?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, just because I've gotten like a really.
Yeah,
That doesn't necessarily mean judgment. They can just mean like, and I think in this case it was one of those. Shit, I work here and I had never thought to put that on that because it was like a weird combination.
Sure.
So I think that's what they meant by really, but like no, there was this moment of, and can I have this sauce on this very different sandwich? And they were like, really? I was like, yeah.
I had one where I love mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is great.
Oh yeah, we love mayonnaise.
I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are great. And I was like, hey, let's put them both on a sub, which I understand is like, that doesn't sound like it goes good.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I'm not a mushroom.
It wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Yeah. Anyway, when I said mushrooms and mayonnaise, it wasn't just that. It was other things. But when I said both of those things back to back, she was like, what? And I was like, mushrooms and then mayonnaise? And she was like, okay. And I was like, oh, don't. You can't. You can't.
One time.
Okay. Fuck that. That's so mean. I've never judged anybody for what they put on their pizza, even if it's fucking weird.
I never had either, and in 1 year, or 3 years of working at Sonic, my manager only let his guard down once. Adam, who is just a G. I miss that man every day of my life. I fucking love Adam. Yeah, he just let his guard down one day. He got a little too comfortable, and someone's ordering, and they were like, and can I get like this, but put on this burger? And I was in the room. He's over the headset. I'm in the room, and we'll close on this. Like, they're just like, hey. And to be fair, there's some weird shit that people get. Have you ever had a slush from Sonic?
I don't like those. Yeah, I don't like them. But I don't like slushes ever.
That's fair.
From anywhere.
Well, the syrup that we put in them is, liquid. So when we mix it together, it all makes a uniform drink.
Sure.
And if you put anything else in there, it just wouldn't mix. You'd have that thing and slush.
Yeah.
Chocolate slush, not the move. Like chocolate, like fudge that you'd put on a shake, like on ice cream, is a thickness that does not mix with slush. Dude, people ordered that shit way too much, and by way too much, I mean like maybe 3 times in a year.
Oh, that's so gross.
So I gave out like 10 in my time there, and that was like 12 too much. If you ask for it, we will make it. I've put weird shit in weirder shit. Horror stories of like people being like, no, I really love this. I grew up eating it. Anywho, someone asked for something, and I was in the room. I was standing there, and Adam went, ew, really? And then he went, ma'am, I'm so... I have to apologize. He immediately turned off his headset and walked outside to her car to apologize. Like a child being offered a vegetable. My manager went, ew, really?
Dude, that's so funny. Holy shit.
I lost it.
That's so funny. No, I've let my guard down once. Someone asked for onions on something that really shouldn't have had onions. And I was like, really? Onions? But that's the worst it's ever been.
But then it could be like, oh, I never thought to put onions on there. Adam let them know.
Ew.
Ew. Like his voice went. He was like, ew, really?
That's amazing. Can we just really... I'm going to drop this crazy quick. It's going to be 10 seconds.
You're good.
The importance of good coworkers. You can work at the shittiest job ever. If you've got good coworkers, it's going to be dope.
Yeah, for real. I loved the people I worked with.
Yeah, and
I
that's
miss
really what
them
makes
to
the
this
job
day,
good.
and I haven't worked there in like 2 years. I miss them so much. Shout out Adam, Jonathan, Brittany, Whitney, Connor, Austin. Good fucking crew over there. Yeah. I miss them so much.
Shout out,
love you guys.
I'm seeing my old boss soon. I'm really excited. I fucking miss him. He was like one of my few friends over there. Anyway, great coworkers is what makes a job great. So
facts.
Anyway, that sounds good, buddy.
That sounds good. You want to go and wrap it up?
That sounds great. Yeah, I'm getting a headache. Laughing so much.
Alrighty, everyone.
Good
so
shit.
with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. One last time, I'd like to thank you, to our sponsors, as well as our friend Miller, who has pledged kind of monthly subscriptions to the podcast. And if you are able and would like to, this is something that you can also do yourself over at anchor.fm/anythingbut. That is anchor.fm/anythingbut, and that'll bring you to our homepage, where you can subscribe for either 99 cents a month, $4.99 a month, or $9.99 a month. Of course, none of that shit is required, but all of it helps and means so much to us to keep this podcast the best quality we can, to put it back into better microphones gear, and give you a really good experience. So thank you to Miller. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to my old crew at Sonic and Kansas for chiming in on the how many people masturbate at work story. Let's see here. Christian, anything you want to add?
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back, and I'm excited for what we've got coming up in the future. I think we have a lot of big plans, but we won't say too much here.
Whoop.
Ooh.
Let's not slip it.
Just kind of slip that in there at the very
Nope,
end. Leave
just,
them wanting more, huh?
Whoop. Oh, yeah. Come back, guys, because we got stuff.
We got stuff, and hey, we love y'all so much.
We do.
Thanks for watching and listening. We will see you next week.
Love you guys. Have a good
Bye.
one. See ya.
Let's dance.
Fuck yeah!